He was working on his album. So naga ustu to vele ka na karawa tiki. I dropped 6 songs I didn't even tell him karabala flight kaya eli.
Cause the next sakhulum great. Kamo wana ke promile ko kasi. Like pina tse ya kiti. Like everywhere.
Uzoyisona. Manga ngibonela uzombona. Nomntana creaming yakutshela wena ngale. So the first time I heard about Kabza was through mixtapes. So I used to negarato ragaditeki ko shesha yoko Santini. Eketsena ra vele go dadiwa mixtape ke ma piano. At that time vele I was like se familiar vele ka sound yo. Started checking the mix, ka the downloader. Then now kitchuna party ko Zone 6 kapuka kustokile Kabza. Then there was another song that started becoming hot, Mshovi. So now I want to get to 3 vele tell making sense ramo ake wave. And I come is saying that we took contacts. I was supposed to pay him. At least I paid him. For what is I'm a good promoter. Then we started talking. So yeah.
From Tuka kalekele fena a music papori. Vele nekiwisha wanti kespanele. O umfonate actually umfonate kiloko Mpumalanga umkhukuma ka. And like I believe like krengalena cause karabile phone music udlalanyana and then hara ke maphorisa kaphozanyana ka sure. And then ya rabulela what Zone 6 what and legna di gigi so I had to vele nale promoter tabane. Vele legna lenkanye ke no motsora send me your banking details. So yeah, opportunity la nenka setlo. After a week, come text ka sure bro. Studio nyana and like pull up. So if fikara playing gaming with you. Actually okay, mo come chill a little artist rebe baya then write music.
Era.
La kuisho bola ko yo.
No, that era was so nice because nearly empty nyana. No her poster no. Reaction lyric run no. Ngompatana batho ma 200 Scorpion Kings first EP changed everything.
Yeah, cause but animal kopinentela they started gigging and then came ya change one lemnahano obona producer el control I tell something how to la dai ngwa show I really na ke change ke vibe ka wave so re change it a wave
I have a fully direction obviously.
Rafagile 6 gun with the chipsy.
Kana community ya rona mapiano ke one re etsang hore re bo botle wa mfastana re tsamaka ka direction ya one. So I feel like like 6 years ago to now wa mfastana it's always going up.
One all involved ko yona on o ekang hard.
Yeah, okono something ko tafuleng.
Okono something ko tafuleng. So keke la I see okono itseya a lona side eng a sele baba.
Yeah.
Lodge Semiti Kamuti Miano.
Oh mara bafana ba le bona vele na bantse ba tshwere hukile ya Thembi Nkosi. Cause ha ba tla vele ba thabantse ba freestyle before.
And then sentin negelo ko kasi vie. I think fitlile ka shop baseline.
Ka mona tshwere shota ka bokae ko tlatse.
Then they are focal.
Yeah, focal feeling this. He was working on his album. Actually, initially, that was happening. So naga ustu to vele ka na hana karawa tiki. Cause we November boys, I'm first time na mara Scorpio Marina, Sagittarius yeah. Awan mara karaman. Scorpio ergi change ke Scorpio ni. I'm first time vele really koshi. I'm a king in my world, he's a king in his own world. I'm first time ya klaga. So kara Scorpion Kings for free too. I dropped 6 songs what. So I didn't even tell him because next time I didn't want the room for no. Karabala flight kaya ele. Kara di results Hekelenda. Probably maybe after 20 hours the Hekelenda shut down. The world is going crazy. Why do you meet? That's how Scorpion Kings. It's like an ingade.
Because next I couldn't create. khona umkreke yo muzisa re jo kande
Go etsala.
o etsalang mara ke a bona ke blomile go kasi like pina tse di a kitima like everywhere Spanetse
Yeah.
ke change maphelo a batho ka yona la reng go botsa ka defense tsa gane ba rato mpona ke ya ko pele.
Hey guys, so my question to Kabza, what was your favorite moment creating your new project?
Album favorite moment ke ntho e neng ya go etsa like the music o leng ko ba motho ke music o ko rata o bolela le nna ke a tutuzura everything it over crane at the end don't give up. Amantombazane thomile ko Alex I think Sam sele a tla ko nna ko Alex
I'll share the voice.
yeah MFR Soul Maero and romela a project and then I get to ke ntho tlileng ko ngondong yaka ka create a loop and then I took the chords from Maero's project by faka di vocal tsela fetso faka di vocal tsela ka vale zip file ka idlala and then put a tla konna re epine ya tsama
Ke bona le reaction ka bona ra mo happy na ke yona. There's something so it motse mnate there. I went so it's like yeah, kind of happy na ke yona.
Hey Scorpion Kings, what I want to know today is, early in your careers, were there ever moments you guys felt like giving up? And then, what was the thing that kept you in this game until
I
today?
feel like giving up if I were sekeling right o tlo give up la maro ko sekeling grand like ba khono bloma ba renelwe no ra mfethu skawara o khothatsa.
I feel like name feel strength so if ke ba le di challenges outside there whatever it's halang mo ke chabela go music and I feel like no is the same thing because especially music wa how o deep you know deep
Those are really deep because I was going through a lot.
yeah so chabela da
ke mzabalazo
yeah music also it's amali calling le purpose vv wa bona with everyone on go etsa music and stuff tshwantsho be le nako ela ya bo okay go deep now dig deep check the roots tsa how check or tlhakae o represent eng wa mfostana and stuff.
Sana Rena the biggest show ya Rena Scorpion Kings ne so no expect Sana Rena times
5
yeah. Mola re godisa culture and vie ke inspiration ko baneng ba bangwe vie di ding ntshwara gore they can do it to ba expect anda to ba le new music but like ebe di live yo thoma ele soft and then ko mafelong ke groove so like pela just storytelling to re etang ro bolela ka rena through our music so mola ro dila ga memoya ntshwara ro tlhatswa dipelo tsa batho thapelo and then re fetsa
ka scoop nda
ka scoop a batho ba braga
ya yona ina le
na fona ka tseno ka lora nyano re
itileli nerves nya ka energy yona ya tsosa mara tshwantsho re etsa rena choice a se kabza le phori fela wa mona ke ama piano so e rama piano which means it's a culture even the next kid or you can see yourself go Soccer City 90,000 people Amfostana.
Shout out to Spotify 29 August kamu Pitori kamu Loftus White Scorpion Kings and Friends ya le tlhaile mo tshwere mfana ga maphoresa
Movie.
bona ya le tlo bona movie
Ra ka di ticket ba fethu movie.